Let me ask you something. If I told you that your body has already left a few clues about how long you'll be around after 70, would you want to know them? Some people don't. They think it's better not to know, to live without that weight on their mind. But the wise ones, the ones who've walked the path of time with open eyes, they understand something deeper. They know that knowing isn't about fear, it's about preparation, about living with intention. Because here's the truth. The signs have always been there. You've seen them in others before. That uncle who stayed sharp into his 90s, still walking around like he had another 50 years left in him. That neighbor who seemed fine one day and was gone the next. It's not luck. It's not chance. It's patterns. And today, I'll show you 6 of them. Before we go further, I'd love to know where you're joining from. And if these kinds of insights bring you value, a simple like and subscribe would mean a lot. Not for numbers, not for vanity, but because wisdom like this needs to be heard, not lost in the noise of the world. Now, let's talk about the first and most telling sign. 1. How fast do you walk? It sounds simple, doesn't it? But if you ever want a quick glimpse into someone's future, watch how they move. Scientists, doctors, and old folks with wisdom all agree on one thing. Your walking speed after 70 is one of the clearest indicators of how much time you have left. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some elderly people shuffle, their steps small and slow, like they're pushing through invisible mud? Then you see others who still have a natural rhythm, a purposeful stride, a little bounce even. That's not just personality. It's biology. A study once followed thousands of older adults and found that those who walked faster, about 2.5 feet per second or more, had a much higher chance of making it past 85. Those who walked slower, the odds weren't so kind. Why? Because walking speed is a reflection of overall health. It shows the condition of your muscles, your heart, your lungs, and even your brain. A slow walk often means weakened leg muscles, poor circulation, and reduced lung capacity. It's a sign that your body is struggling to keep up with daily life. And when the body struggles, time starts slipping away faster than you realize. But here's the good news. Walking speed isn't fixed. It's something you can improve, no matter your age. Simple habits, like standing more, stretching your legs, and walking daily, can make all the difference. It's not about speed walking like an athlete, but about keeping a natural, steady pace. So, think about it. Next time you're walking, notice how fast you go. If you're lagging behind others your age, don't ignore it. That's your body whispering a warning. And the wise listen. 2. The strength of your grip. Now, this one might surprise you, but if you ever want to test how much life is left in someone's years, offer them a handshake. Grip strength is one of the most powerful yet underrated indicators of longevity. When researchers studied older adults, they found that those with a firm, strong grip tended to live significantly longer than those with a weak one. Why? Because a strong grip isn't just about the hands, it's about the entire body. It shows how well your muscles are functioning, how healthy your nervous system is, and even how well your heart is pumping blood. A weak grip is often a sign of declining muscle mass, which naturally happens with age. But when it declines too fast, it's a warning sign. It means the body is losing strength faster than it should. And when the body weakens, everything else follows. But just like walking speed, grip strength can be improved. Simple exercises like squeezing a stress ball, lifting small weights, or even doing everyday tasks with your hands, like opening jars and carrying groceries, can help maintain it. So, here's a question. How strong is your grip? If you haven't thought about it before, maybe it's time to start paying attention. 3. The sound of your voice. This one might seem unexpected, but if you've ever spent time around elders, you'll know it's true. The voice tells a story. Think back to people you've known who've reached their 80s or 90s. Some of them still speak with clarity, strength, and confidence. Their words are full of energy, their tone steady. Others? Their voices become weak, frail, almost like a whisper. A fading voice is often a sign of fading health. It can indicate weakening lung capacity, poor muscle control, and even neurological decline. When someone's voice starts to lose its strength, it often means the rest of their body is following the same path. This is why singers, public speakers, and people who use their voices daily tend to age more gracefully. They keep their vocal cords active, their breathing strong, their mind engaged. The good news? Just like walking and grip strength, your voice can be trained. Simple things like humming, deep breathing exercises, and speaking out loud daily can help maintain vocal strength. It's not just about talking, it's about keeping your body engaged with life. And that's what all these signs have in common. They're not just random indicators, they are reflections of how engaged you are with living. Let's take a moment to reflect. The way you walk, the strength of your grip, and even the power in your voice, they all reveal more about your future than you might have realized. These aren't just random observations. They are messages from your body, quiet signals that most people ignore until it's too late. But wisdom isn't about waiting for problems to show up. It's about seeing the signs early enough to do something about them. That's why we're here. Now, let's move forward. 3 more signs can tell you how long you'll live after 70. And these might surprise you even more than the first 3. 4. How well you can stand on one leg. Try this. Stand up, lift one foot slightly off the ground, and see how long you can hold your balance. If you can make it past 10 seconds without wobbling, you're in a good place. If not, your body might be telling you something important. Researchers have found that balance is one of the strongest predictors of longevity. People who struggle to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds are nearly twice as likely to face serious health problems in the years ahead. Why? Because balance isn't just about standing still. It's about coordination, muscle strength, and brain health. Think about it. Every step you take requires balance. Every time you bend down, get out of bed, or move in an unexpected direction, your body has to adjust. When your balance starts to go, it means your nervous system, muscles, and even your cognitive abilities are weakening. And when those things start slipping, so does your ability to recover from falls, infections, and stress. This is why falling is so dangerous for older adults. A young person trips, laughs, and moves on. But an older person? A fall can be the beginning of the end. And it usually starts with poor balance. The good news? Just like walking speed and grip strength, balance can be trained. Simple exercises, like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, walking heel to toe, or even gentle yoga, can help maintain your stability for years to come. So try it now. Lift one foot, count, and listen to what your body is telling you. 5. Your ability to rise from a chair without using your hands. Next time you sit down, pay attention to how you get up. Do you push yourself up with your hands? Do you struggle? Or can you rise smoothly, using only the strength of your legs? There's a simple test called the sit-to-stand test. It's exactly what it sounds like. You sit in a chair, cross your arms, and see if you can stand up without using your hands for support. If you can, great. If you struggle, it might be time to take that as a warning. This test isn't just about leg strength. It's about overall physical function. The ability to get up from a chair with ease is linked to longevity because it shows how well your body is maintaining its strength, flexibility, and coordination. Think of it like this. Your legs are the foundation of your independence. When they weaken, everything else starts becoming harder. Walking, climbing stairs, even standing for long periods. When the legs go, life shrinks. The places you can go, the things you can do, the way you feel every morning, it all changes. But here's the truth. Weak legs don't happen overnight. They fade slowly from years of not using them enough. The solution? Movement. Squats, lunges, simple leg lifts, anything that engages your lower body will help. Even just getting up from a chair multiple times a day without using your hands can build strength over time. So pay attention. The next time you sit down, ask yourself, could I get up without using my hands? If not, what can I do today to change that? 6. The strength of your social connections. Now this one is different from the rest, but if you think it's less important, think again. Loneliness is just as dangerous as any disease. Studies have found that people with strong social connections, family, friends, a community, live significantly longer than those who are isolated. In fact, being socially disconnected can be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Why? Because human beings aren't meant to go through life alone. Social interaction keeps the brain sharp, the heart strong, and the spirit alive. When people withdraw from others, their physical health follows. Their immune system weakens. Their risk of heart disease, dementia, and depression rises. And worst of all, they stop seeing reasons to keep going. You've seen it before. An elderly person loses a spouse, and suddenly they seem to age overnight. They stop going out. They stop talking as much. And within a few years, they're gone. That's not a coincidence. That's the power of human connection. But just like everything else we've talked about, this is something you can control. Staying socially active doesn't mean you have to be an extrovert or have a massive group of friends. It's about keeping meaningful connections, whether it's family, old friends, or even finding new ones. It's about picking up the phone, meeting for coffee, laughing, sharing. Even if it's just small moments, those moments add years to your life. So ask yourself, how strong are my social connections? When was the last time I truly connected with someone? And if the answer isn't what you'd like it to be, what's stopping you from changing it? What these signs are really telling you. These 6 signs aren't about fear. They're about awareness. Your walking speed, your grip strength, the sound of your voice, your balance, your ability to rise from a chair, the strength of your social connections. Each of these things tells a bigger story, not just about how long you'll live, but about how well you'll live. Because the goal isn't just to make it past 70, it's to make those years count. And here's the best part. None of these signs are set in stone. If you notice something slipping, you have the power to change it. Every single one of these things can be improved with simple daily habits. Now that you know the 6 signs that predict how long you might live after 70, the real question is, what can you do about it? Because here's the truth. Longevity isn't just about genetics. It's about habits. It's about choices. It's about the small, consistent things you do every single day that add up over the years. You don't have to accept decline as an inevitability. You don't have to let age dictate your quality of life. And most importantly, you don't have to wait until it's too late to make a change. So let's talk about it. Let's break down what you can start doing today, no matter how old you are, to improve those 6 signs and give yourself the best shot at a long, healthy, and fulfilling life. 1. Keep moving, even when you don't feel like it. The number one thing that separates those who thrive in old age from those who struggle? Movement. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy equipment. What you need is consistency. A simple 30-minute walk every day can make a huge difference. If walking isn't an option, chair exercises, stretching, or even light resistance training can help keep your muscles strong. Think of it this way. Motion is life. The moment you stop moving, your body starts shutting down. Your joints stiffen. Your muscles weaken. Your energy fades. And once that cycle starts, it's hard to break. So make movement a non-negotiable part of your day, not for weight loss, not for vanity, but for life itself. If you can still walk at a steady pace, do it. If your balance isn't great, work on stability exercises. If your legs are weak, start strengthening them now. Don't wait until you need a cane or a walker. By then, it's much harder to regain what you've lost. 2. Strengthen your hands. Strengthen your life. You might not think much about your grip strength, but it's one of the easiest things to improve. Start with simple grip exercises. Squeeze a stress ball. Carry grocery bags instead of using a cart. Open jars without asking for help. Do anything that forces your hands to stay strong and engaged. The stronger your grip, the more independence you maintain. And independence is everything when it comes to quality of life after 70. 3. Train your balance like your life depends on it, because it does. Remember the standing on one leg test? If you struggled with it, don't ignore that. Balance training doesn't take much effort, but the benefits are enormous. Try standing on one foot for a few seconds each day. Walk heel to toe in a straight line. If you want to challenge yourself, try Tai Chi or simple yoga exercises designed for seniors. Good balance can mean the difference between a small misstep and a devastating fall. And the stronger your balance is, the longer you'll stay mobile, independent, and free. 4. Protect your voice and keep using it. If you've noticed your voice getting weaker, don't brush it off. Singers and public speakers maintain strong voices because they use them every day. You don't need to perform, but you should keep your vocal cords active. Practice deep breathing exercises. Read aloud for a few minutes each day. Hum a song while you do your chores. Call a friend instead of texting. Engage in conversation. A strong voice isn't just about speaking. It's a sign of strong lungs, good muscle control, and even mental clarity. 5. Rise from a chair without help every single day. This one is simple but powerful. Every day, practice getting up from a chair without using your hands. If it's too hard at first, use the armrests for support, but aim to improve over time. This keeps your legs strong, your core engaged, and your independence intact. The moment you struggle to rise from a chair without assistance is the moment you start losing control over your body. Don't let that happen. 6. Strengthen your social connections. They matter more than you think. If you want to live a long life, you need people. Period. It doesn't matter how healthy you are physically. If you're socially isolated, your health will decline faster than you realize. Make it a priority to stay connected. Call an old friend. Visit a family member. Join a local group or activity. If you don't have people around, find ways to meet new ones. You don't have to be the life of the party, but you do have to maintain meaningful relationships. Because loneliness isn't just a feeling. It's a silent killer. 7. Sleep like your future depends on it, because it does. A lot of people wear sleep deprivation like a badge of honor. But as you get older, sleep becomes more critical than ever. Poor sleep weakens your immune system, messes with your brain, and speeds up aging. If you're not getting at least 6 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night, your body is paying the price. Make your sleep routine a priority. Keep a consistent schedule. Avoid screens before bed. Create a calm, dark, and comfortable sleeping environment. Your future self will thank you. 8. Eat for longevity, not just for pleasure. Food isn't just fuel. It's medicine or poison, depending on what you choose. Focus on whole foods. Eat plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Cut back on processed foods, sugar, and anything that makes you feel sluggish. It's not about being perfect. It's about making better choices more often than not. 9. Stay curious. Stay sharp. Your brain is like a muscle. If you stop using it, it weakens. Read. Learn something new. Challenge yourself with puzzles or memory games. Engage in deep conversations. Keep your mind active, and it will serve you well in your later years. 10. Find a reason to keep going. Finally, the most important thing of all, have something to live for. People who live the longest aren't just lucky, they have purpose. They wake up every day with a reason to keep going. Maybe it's family, maybe it's a hobby, maybe it's a passion project. Whatever it is, find it. Because when you have a reason to wake up every morning, you give your body a reason to keep moving forward. Every single thing we've talked about today is within your control. You don't need perfect genetics. You don't need expensive treatments. You don't need to be young again. You just need to listen to the signs, make the right choices, and take action, starting now. So tell me, what's one thing from this list that you're going to start working on today? Let me know in the comments. And if this has given you something to think about, a like and subscribe would mean a lot. Because wisdom like this isn't about numbers. It's about passing down something valuable, something that can change lives.